Morning. There's Lady Mountain in the sun. Yesterday ended up being a fail, so I am trying again today solo without a rope. I think I can do it. Got on one of the, not the first shuttle, second or third shuttle, 6:45. It warms up quickly though. So unfortunately I have this extra mile because one of the bridges is closed. So I'm just doing this stupid trail. We're gonna get around to that point, that nose, go up that slope, then we'll get onto the rock. All right, so we've hit the point where we head up. There's a sign right there on the trail. We're about, I don't know, 30 yards maybe from it. And it's 7:05 in the morning. I jogged most of that section. So this is gonna be smoother to get up the beginning than it was yesterday. We went a different way. It wasn't sketchy, but it wasn't a nice trail. We were bushwhacking and it was frustrating. So this is steep up dirt, which is annoying, but it's not too long. I'd venture to say it's only a couple tenths of a mile until we hit the rock, and then things get more fun. Now this is steep though. I guess I do remember going down, not having to be careful not to slip. So we're heading up this. It's actually gonna get easier. We're going right up to that rock, so you can see we don't have very far. So I will check in up the rock. And like that, we were up the dirt slope in 5 minutes. Here's where we mount the rock. You can see that yellow marker and the red arrow ahead. So now we're on rock for a little bit, but then it is like a dirt path a lot of the way up. So the easiest way to do this is to get over here on this rock and then just sort of step around. There's a little foothold here. Little, you know, class 4-ish move. And then here, this one was somewhat challenging as well. A little bit of class 4-ish, I guess, to mount. And we're already up at the good old arrow here. So some big rock steps from what I remember. Arrow this way, Moki steps. Might as well just show you the Moki steps because I'm here. See these carved into the rock here to help you. Still in the shade, which is nice. Plenty of good rock holds everywhere here for your hands. And that is easy peasy. Gotta be a little bit more careful going down, but all right. Well, I will check in higher up. So we're up above that first rock section. You can see an arrow here. We are just going up what really sort of a dirt trail, just sort of switches back up. I'm not going on that loose stuff. Going over here. So I already screwed things up. Now, from what I remember, this is very easy to follow. It's a trail. Switch backing up this dirt section. At some point, we'll hit more rock. We still got a bit towards the chimney, but with the rate I'm moving, I'll be there in probably 5 or 10 minutes. So Whew. We get up there and we contour around, and I'll look at the pictures when I get over there, but I want to find the way up today. So anyway, this is the trail now, very easy, all class 2. Just walking up this dirt path. All right, we've come to the next rock section. This is the next difficult move to get up on this. So you can see there's some Moki steps. The first one's not great, and that's sort of wherein lies the problem. So if you get up on this rock on the right, not the best hold, but an okay hold. But basically swing your leg over here and then swing, use that hold, swing your body up. And now we're relatively clear. Now I guess we go up this way. Yes? No? Yes? There's nowhere else to go. Yeah, let's work our way up these ledges. Avoiding the brush. This is just a lot of big steps, but you know, nothing too technically challenging here. Question is, where do we go now? Do we pop? Yeah, we must go over here. Looks like the easy way to go. Although it's not. Yeah, it's gotta be up this way. So head up these rocks. I don't believe we're that far from the chimney, but should be there in 5 minutes or so. I'll check in at the chimney. And I shut it off too soon. We're at the chimney now. It's right around the corner. This is the chimney climb. You can see a bolt up there. Hardest move is getting up on it, the first one. So what I found yesterday was if I just jam my foot right here, and then I need to find somewhere. My foot's not moving anywhere when I put pressure on it. So now just got to be careful because this is overhanging. So find a handhold, which there are ample. Step up, more handholds. Get your right foot up, and I'm more or less up now. A little bit of exposure there because that one rock's somewhat overhanging, so you feel like it's trying to push you off. So, but there are good handholds. Key is just making sure you have your holds. You have to put sunscreen on pretty soon, so I will check in. So for reference, it's been 21 minutes since we branched off trail. So 21 to the chimney, probably only a third of the way up, if that. So probably gonna be looking at definitely over an hour, maybe an hour and a half up, hour down, 2,500 foot gain, maybe a little more. So I'll check in later on. So I've just contoured around. I was here yesterday and I went up this sandy mess of a slope, which is clearly blocked off. But there's a cairn over here, which I don't think I saw yesterday. So fairly sure this is the little switchback, and it's gonna take us to the next climbing move here around the corner, I think. Yeah, red mark. This is where I turned around. I mean, I was with someone too who was feeling a little sick. So we pulled the plug. Yeah. All right, this is the next move. Didn't get to this before. So it's an off width, meaning it's like a crack. It's like sort of awkward to grab, no good holds. So you can see this rock sort of slopey. So, I mean, I might as well just tackle it, right? So we get up to this first ledge, so to speak. Oh yeah, this is difficult. There's like no good place to hold at all. Am I gonna go for a ride here? I don't think I'm gonna. If I wedge my body in. Yeah, it's pretty awkward actually. It's gonna be fun getting down. There's a little bolt here. It's actually very difficult. Props to whoever's doing this. That's actually very hard. It's much harder than the chimney. And that's gonna be a pain in the ass to get down. Fuck. Sorry, pardon my French. It's gonna be very challenging. I'm gonna have to probably do a big jump. It's on the sand. But yeah, don't have my rope. Oh well. Yeah, that was challenging to get up for sure. Not dangerous, but challenging. So I made it past yesterday in about 30 minutes. So that's good. And now I think we just have a ton of steps, ton of rock steps. I'm not excited about going down that thing at all. It's gonna be like a 12-15 foot jump. So headed up this big rock ramp, I believe, and we will we're making good progress. So we basically reached our rock stairway. It'll take us right up. I think at some point we branched left a little bit, but you can see we're probably, I don't know, close to the same level as Angel's Landing, which I sort of want to do again to film, but I think it's hard to get a permit now. You didn't used to need a permit back when I did it in 2017. I said I would never go back to Zion Canyon, but here I am back in Zion Canyon. So some narrow stair steps for sure. I remember seeing that in a video, but this is nice and easy, just stepping up rock. But this goes on for quite a long time. I almost stuffed the rope. I mean, I should be safer and have that rope, but I mean, I'm not gonna get hurt down that. I'll just jump if I need to. So working our way up this staircase, grand staircase, stairway to heaven, whatever you want to call it. I think that's the summit up there, or at least the ridge where you see that dark red. So making good progress. So we are on the endless staircase, and it is a long way. We've probably popped up it, I don't know, 500 feet at least. Just, you can see faint red. It is just big step after big step in the rock. So rest assured, we are doing fine and we will make it. There's big red. At some point you have to exit to the left. And I don't think that's right here. That would look a little difficult. So for now, we're following the big red line. You can see we're getting closer. We're still I don't know, 500 feet maybe below the summit. So that's good. That means we're 80% of the way up. I might be overestimating my progress there. I'd say 3/4 of the way up though, for sure. So now we hit sand again, which I hate. I think here's where we exit. I'm gonna check the picture I took of someone's route description. Karen, see that big red line? Pretty sure that means we go left here. So I'm gonna verify with the picture, keep pushing up. So we have red paint. We just wrapped around the corner. I think this is what people refer to as the chute. This narrow boulder strewn gully, which at some point there's red. I mean, that's definitely the right way. At some point we exit to the left of the chute on a ledge system, which with all this red paint, I'm gonna assume it's fairly well marked. Hope there's not critters hanging out in the cracks here. Thought about that when I was doing that climbing move. I wedged my hand in a crack. So this arrow's obvious. To the left. Oh, there's a Moki step. Look at this. Not that you couldn't get up, but a very nicely placed Moki step. And headed up through this rubble, I suppose. Definitely rubble. Sort of annoying to move through terrain like this. It's big rocks. Some of them will move. I'd rather that staircase was great. So somewhere we exit to the left. I just don't know where that is. So keep an eye out for markers, red paint, etc. And yeah, just gonna try to gauge where to go here. Not really sure. Oh, there is red over there. Look at that. Yeah. There's a white mark. I don't know if you can see it up there. So I'm going to go up that way. So check in. We'll be on the ridge in no time. Things just got a little tricky to follow up through this brush. Very overgrown path. But I've popped out at an arrow here. And a red line. Oh, and this was in the picture. This black line on the way back. So we don't have much more, I don't think, to the ridge. I don't think, at least. So I got to remember, on the way down there's a cairn right here. I'm gonna make it a little bit better so I realize it, and it branched right. You can see the footprints in the sand. So I think I'm almost at the ridge. I think. Famous last words here. Could be completely wrong. Not sure the best way to pick my way up here. Looking for markers. Which way? Yellow. Yellow line. Arrow. Whatever. So that works for me. You can see there's some nice looking steps in the rock. Red. I mean, it is sort of the natural way you would go up. I believe we've gained the summit ridge here. I think the summit's over here. So now the question is, I thought this was gonna be easy now. Aha, there's a cairn. Summit's up on this red rock, I believe. You can see we only have 100, maybe 150 feet to gain. to get up there, so should be easy enough. Again, famous last words, we'll see. We're still under an hour and a half. I think we're gonna make it in about an hour and a half. That grasshopper just flew into my face. It's definitely hard work, but what do you expect to summit a big peak like this? Probably no one else here. Oh, are these the narrow boulders? I thought they were a little narrower than this, I guess. Whew. Look at that canyon down there. That one down there, Zion Lodge. Whew. Alright, I'll check out the summit. Glad I did this. One more move. Dun, da, da. The summit of Lady Mountain. Wow. Let's just make sure this is working here. Yeah. You can see all the way down to the lodge, way down, well, yeah, way down there. But the Great White Throne is that white cliff. That's the East Temple that has the, I can't see it on the viewfinder, but that has a little plateau on top, a little butte. Then that is the West Temple that you're seeing out there, the high one. Observation Point, which I've been on top of. Mount Majestic, not familiar with that. Castle Dome. Not sure where Castle Dome is. There's snow out way up north, so I might go catch the view from over there, take some pictures, but then otherwise hightail it down. So Lady Mountain. Descent. Not the funnest thing in the world, but it's okay. All this sandy rock. Definitely came up here, so I'm still on there. And you see the bolt down there. Hey, going down, this isn't that easy. It's all slick. Just wanted to give you some feel for what I'm doing. Plus I'm navigating. So I think I see footprints over here. Yes, red line. I've remembered where I cut, because a lot of times you have to leave these drainages and cut over. Red line. And it's not that obvious, to be honest. Not an easy thing to keep on track. So I'd recommend you do this with someone else. So I think I'm sort of at the top of the grand staircase. So I think I just have a ton of rock steps now to go down. You can see there are these nice pockets in the rock. They're sort of gonna take me, down here. Black line says down. Down here? Do I wrap around? That looks a little slightly sketch. I'm gonna go around this way. Hopefully, yeah, big red line. Look at that. Step, 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 step. Yellow arrow. Step, step, step. We're getting a good feel for this. Sort of reminds me of the whatever it's called on Half Dome, on Subdome. Arrow that way, although I should follow the arrows. My phone's making noise, doing all sorts of crap in my pocket. So I'm gonna go down this way, follow what they say. But yeah, this is what a lot of the descent is like here in this section. It's a lot of steps, but they're very easy to navigate, in my opinion. Now I think more staircasing. At the bottom of this section, I believe we're gonna hit that crux move, which I do not want to down climb. I will film it and may end up hurting myself. Yeah, I just don't, there's not any good holds. I think I just gotta jump. I can do it. You can do it, Kevin. First you gotta get down all these ledges. Should not be a problem. It's a little tedious at times. Well, we've reached the crux move. After this, it is smooth sailing down, in my opinion, without a rope. But this is not going to be smooth sailing down. So I can get here, but now all bets are off as to what the hell I'm gonna do. I have no idea what I'm gonna do here. I might just get my body. I mean, I have no idea what the hell to do here. You can't really turn around. This is really challenging. Oh wait, if I can get my hand there, which I can get my foot to here. Yes. Yes, that's it. That's it, fellas. Well, not yet. Not yet. Ah, yes. Oh, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought. Usually never is, but when you do it for the first time, you never know. That wasn't bad. You got yourself down to some sort of ledges, which were enough, and you got your hand on that crack, and it was enough of a hold to lower yourself down. So now we are smooth sailing. We're back straight across, down a little ledge staircase. Then we have the chimney move, which I guess I did have the rope technically yesterday, but I didn't really use it. I was sort of holding it. I think I'm fine though. I will show you. We just have to traverse like a quarter mile, fairly flat. So I will check in when I get to that chimney move. So I've hit this sort of rock ledge step section here. Probably not going down it the most efficient way, but after this, I believe we hit the chimney pretty soon after. I like that I can recognize my footprints in all this. Whoop. Oh yeah, we have this sort of slightly exposed area here. Don't let the bush push you off. Up over this gap. Missed the steps. More steps. Looks to be a Moki step in there. We should be hitting, I think the chimney is like right around. Aha, there it is. Alright, might as well record this. So it's easy at first. Still easy. Here's the bolt we put the rope in yesterday, so here is where it gets. Not yet. Right here, right off this ledge. So I gotta lower myself down. Easier if you're taller. So now my feet are good. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna utilize some of these holds. I'm gonna move myself slightly lower. And then I'm gonna kick my right foot out here. And that's really all you need. And then when you get to here, sort of tricky, but I would just jump around like that. That's what I would do. So yeah, that was actually incredibly smooth. Now, and I think I recorded this yesterday, but here's the second, not the first being close to the bottom, second Moki step section. So this is a little tricky because there's a bad, this is a hold, there's a bad Moki step right where my right foot is, but I'm just gonna jump to here, and that's the move. That is the move that you need to get down. This, I filmed that on the way up, or you just swung around, you grip that big sort of jug hold, and so yeah, now I believe we're on dirt for quite a bit. We have reached the bottom set of Moki steps, and then after that we are home free. So I would agree with our friend from the video, go down them backwards, at least at first. There's good handholds, and then once you get to here, you can just turn around, stick your heel in them. That was that. I did it yesterday. Yeah, I should have been over here. Yeah, here was our first marker that you saw when we got up on the rock from below. So we are almost off the rock. We got one more move at the bottom from what I recall. Whoop. Yeah, down here you get a step here. Might as well just bounce to that rock, and then this is it. Last step on rock. Woohoo! Now we just got to go down this dirt path for a couple hundred feet vertically. We will be back on the main path, but then we have over a mile on it. We're gonna hit 10 million people, and it's gonna suck on the way back to the shuttle because Zion can't fix their goddamn bridge. Zion's a mess right now. They haven't fixed Observation Point in years. Angel's Lane has a permit system. I think the Narrows is closed. There's like no hikes in Zion Canyon, which is not the place you want to be anyway. But if you're not comfortable going off trail and doing this climbing stuff, which most people aren't, Zion needs to step it up. Get some more goddamn trails in the park. Fix trails, fix bridges. This is pathetic, the amount of people they get in. So anyway, rant over, heading down. So I'm back down. There's the informational sign. For reference, that took 2 hours and 33 minutes. So downhill was under an hour from the summit to this point. So, but I am a very fast hiker.